What is going on, people? Mike back here for Mike's Movies and Mike Movie Corner and more. And today I am, for the first time on this channel, I am going to show you the movies that I picked up from Best Buy. It's not exactly a big haul, you know what I'm saying? But it's enough to where it's very satisfying. And it also I have a Amazon unboxing that I gotta do. So, what did I pick up at Best Buy? What did I pick up? Did I pick up even anything, or am I doing this video for nothing? So, what did I pick up? So, I I actually picked up a total of 7 movies and one that is from Amazon. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right. So the first movie that I picked up. Now, I almost didn't pick this movie up, but because I'm like, it's gonna sell out. They're not gonna get it back in. The first movie that I picked up was Megan on 4K Steelbook. And this is a Best Buy exclusive. Now, I do have this on Blu-ray. Am I going to part ways with it? Yes, I am going to part ways with my Blu-ray because I don't really want to double dip like that. You know what I'm saying? And I am going to be selling it. I am definitely going to be. Um, I'm definitely going to be. I don't even think I opened it, come to think about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I opened the that movie, Megan. You know what I'm saying? So this is a 4K, this is a Blu-ray, and then it also has a digital code. And this is the unrated edition. Now, this is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, but it's not a I believe it's not a limited edition. Now, there was another movie that I was going to pick up, you know what I'm saying? And but if I didn't get Megan and if they were sold out, there's two more stores in Michigan that had it. You know what I mean? And it's like you gotta act fast because they're not gonna get any more in. I don't think they're gonna get any more in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things. So it's like you can't even order it online either. So it's like should I get it or should I not get it? It's kind of debatable. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Megan, yes, this is one of the best movies of the year, and this came out earlier this year. I believe it came out in January. So yeah, if it's at your local Best Buy, I urge you to pick it up because I don't think after it sells out, I don't think they even have any more in the back, or I don't think you can get it online. So definitely check this out. And the price point of this is not really that bad. It's only 20. I believe it was 28.99. So yeah, definitely check this one out. This is like a female version of Chucky. If you love the Chucky franchise, then this is kind of like a female up to date female version of Chucky. So yeah, definitely check this one out if you haven't. Now the next movie that I picked up, and I'm a sucker for low budget movies and like straight to Blu-ray, 4K, whatever you want to call it. It is Mobland, and this stars John Travolta and Stephen Dorff. Stephen Dorff, let me tell you something about him. Stephen Dorff, I think to me is a fine actor, but I think he's very underrated, in my honest opinion. He's been in some stuff. He was in a movie called The Gates back in the late '80s, back in 1987. He was also in The Power of One, which that came out in the early '90s. He also guest starred on Married with Children with Giovanni Ribisi actually in the same um, in the same episode. And in the episode of that was called The Dateless Amigo. That one was season 3, I believe. But yeah, John Travolta, Kevin Dillon, who's Matt Dillon's brother, is in this one too. Stephen Dorff is in this, and this is kind of like a western slash like action thriller. You know what I mean? And I've never seen this. I've never seen this before. Nor I never really heard of it. But when I saw the trailer of it, the trailer looks pretty good. And this is a Lionsgate, believe it or not. And I don't know why Lionsgate is doing this, but you think that this is a DVD, right? Well, it is has a DVD in it, but it's also a Blu-ray and it has a DVD in it. So I guess certain movies they're um, doing it like this, I guess. And there was one other movie that they did this in, and I think okay, it's called Agent Game, and that one's with Mel Gibson and I think Dermot Mulroney was in this one. So I don't know why. I guess Lionsgate they're gonna start doing something like this to where it's like, well, if we run out of the 4K case, I mean the Blu-ray cases, then hell, just stick them in the DVDs. I don't know. You know what? And I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all, really. I mean, I'm still collecting DVDs here and there, but I mean, this one looks decent, so I'm gonna give this one a watch. Now the next movie, um, I wasn't gonna get this movie at first, but because of the steel book of it, and it's like I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? And this one is Halloween H2O. I'm gonna revisit this movie. This is probably my least favorite movie of the franchise. I'm always gonna like Halloween, the first Halloween. I'm always gonna like the third one. I love the third one. I know a lot of people shit on the third one, but me personally, I loved it. I take it over two. You know what I'm saying? Two was just all right. Two was just it didn't capture that magic. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to the later Halloween, it's like Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection. I believe Halloween Resurrection. I feel like that's gonna be next on the list of movies that it's gonna get a 4K treatment. But that one with Busta Rhymes, it's so cheesy, and it's just Busta Rhymes is so cheesy in this one, in that one. But I, I actually, kind of enjoyed it to a degree. But um, this one, I'm definitely gonna give this one another watch. You know what I'm saying? This one came out in '98, and it also has Josh Hartnett, Michelle Williams is in it, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who I think is underrated, and LL Cool J is also in this one too. So I'm definitely gonna give this one a chance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and this is a 25th anniversary, believe it or not. All right, so the next movie I got, and this is one movie that I've heard nothing but good things about. I heard that it was weird, but it was a good movie, and honestly, I had to pick it up because it's not gonna be at Best Buy for much longer. I don't see it. So, and I believe it's one other Best Buy location that has this movie. But this is also a limited edition steelbook. It is the 1995 cult classic Hackers. And this one stars Johnny Lee Miller, Angelina Jolie, and Fisher Stevens is in this one. For those of you who don't know who Fisher Stevens is, he's best known in a movie called Short Circuit that came out in the mid '80s. Came out around 1986. That was with Steve Gutenberg and Ali Sheedy. Now with this movie, um, this one came out in the mid '90s, of course, and you know, I'm a sucker for mid '90s stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this one here, I mean, you know, I love the steelbook of this. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a Lionsgate, and this is a Shout Factory steelbook. So this one definitely is on 4K, of course. And I want to tap into this, you know what I'm saying? And I love the artwork. The artwork is just beautiful on here. So, and of course, this is a collector's edition. And, and you know what? And it's like, I had to get it because it was two left. And when they first brought this out, they only had like probably, I want to say like three or four of them. But then I think it was by that next week or 2 weeks later that they sold out of this. But then it was last week that they brought it back. So they had two of them. I was like, maybe I should wait. But then it's like, if I wait, I'm not gonna get the chance to get it again. So this is a limited edition. So if you see it at your Best Buy, if you love this movie, definitely get it. Me personally, I have never seen this movie before, but I would definitely want to add this to my collection, just in case, because I feel like this is going to go for some money right now, and it already is. On eBay, I believe it's the most you'll be paying is like $50 right now, brand spanking new. Now the next movie, and this one everybody's saying is a classic, and this is the 55th anniversary of this movie. It is called Rosemary's Baby, and this one stars Mia Farrow and John Cassavetes, I believe, is in this one too. Ruth Gordon is in this one. Um, Let me make sure. Let me make sure I get the cast right. Yep. John Cassavetes. John Cassavetes is in this one, and this one is directed by Roman Polanski. This is a classic movie that if for those of you who saw it, if you like it, definitely take it home with you. The price point of this is $20.99. And I haven't seen this movie before. I don't think I've seen it. Maybe I saw it one time, maybe when I was younger, and just don't remember it. But I'm a fan of Mia Farrow. I mean, I think she's a good actress. Ruth Gordon, she's great. John Cassavetes was great. I think he was underrated. But yeah, this is definitely, and you know what? Besides the movie Psycho, Psycho just to me changed the horror game. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Rosemary's Baby, and then you have other movies that follows. You know what I mean? Like The Exorcist that came out in '73. Carrie was '76. Halloween, the original one, was '78, and that was John Carpenter's breakout. He broke out, as a director in that. And then also it's Jamie Lee Curtis's breakout role too. I believe that was her first film debut, I believe, but don't quote me on that. So I think it was her starring debut. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check this one out. And since this is Halloween's coming up within the next couple of weeks, I'm definitely, and I mean definitely gonna check this out. So the next movie that I have, and this one is a classic, and this one has Kevin Bacon and Betsy Palmer, and this one came out in 1980. This one is Friday the 13th, Part 1. This is a limited edition, 4K, and it has a Blu-ray. This is a 4K steelbook, and this is from Paramount. Um, I love, the one thing I love about this steelbook is that I love the way, and you know what? They could have stuck with the original art cover, you know what I mean? But it's something about this steelbook. Honestly, I like the eye, and then I like the I like the eye, formation and stuff. And I also like too, I like where they're showing the moon, the clouds, and then the trees and all that stuff. But this is definitely a contender of one of the best steelbooks of the year. Now, I did enjoy this film, you know what I mean? And this is a, good slasher film. You know what I'm saying? And this one, I felt like took influence off of Halloween. So they had to come up with something. We have to come up with another slasher, but this time it has to be somewhere like besides the neighborhood. So why not do it at a camp? So yeah, this one is a good. This one's a good movie, and this was directed by Sean S. Cunningham. And this also has like the special features on here. This one has the 4K HD theatrical and it has the uncut version, in which I love about it. Like, give me that any day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely have this in your collection if you could find it. You know what I'm saying? So they had like quite a few left, so it's like I had to pick this one up. Now the next movie, now this movie, it was funny because I bought this at Myrtle Beach just last month, and I took it back to my local Best Buy because at the time I needed the money and stuff like that. But when I saw it at Best Buy just this past, you know, few days ago, told myself, I says, if the price point is right, I think I am gonna get it. Well, the price point is right, and I did get it, and it's called Ghoulies. Now, the price point in this movie, if you could find it at Best Buy. Now, normally this is, I believe this is like $35 on MVD Rewind and Amazon and stuff like that. I believe it's 33.99. I believe, but if you get it at Best Buy, and if you're lucky, the price point of this is $10 cheaper. So this was 23.99, and this is from the MVD Rewind collection. And I just saw Swamp Thing on 4K, and they did an excellent job with Swamp Thing. And this is, of course, a 4K. This is on 4K for the first time, and this is number two on the MVD Rewind collection. So definitely check this out. I'm definitely gonna check this out. I believe, from what I've heard, that the transfer on here was pretty good, but it wasn't as great as Swamp Thing. But I'm definitely gonna check this out and stuff like that. And the thing is, like, when it comes to 4K transfers, I mean, either you're gonna be good at it, either it's gonna be good or not. It's gonna be a hit and miss. But one of the best 4K transfers I think I've ever seen, was Row House, and that was Vinegar Syndrome, believe it or not. All right, so I just unboxed my um, I just unboxed my Amazon order. So the last movie that I'm gonna show off, and this one, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't like this movie as much, and I'm gonna tell you why. That I have it. I have this movie. I have the first one. The first one is always gonna be a classic. You know what I'm saying? And it's just something about the first one, the magic, the concept of the buddy cop film. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, the second one, it didn't capture that magic as much. But I did like some parts in that movie. There were some parts I did actually like. So this movie that I got is called Another 48 Hours. Now, this is, and you know what? When a lot of people say, well, this is when Eddie Murphy fell off, they think he fell off in, movies like Boomerang and Another 48 Hours and, even Nutty Professor and stuff like that, or, Vampire Brooklyn. No, I mean, honestly, no, I don't think he did. I think, to me, it's kind of started with Harlem Nights, and I'm gonna tell you something. Harlem Nights, um, was one of those movies where it's like, you either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people I know loved it, and a lot of people, and I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one, but I didn't care for the movie at all. I didn't like it. And don't get me wrong, you had an all-star cast. You had Della Reese, you had Red Fox, you had Richard Pryor, you had Eddie Murphy, but it wasn't the casting. To me, it was just a screenplay in the direction. To me, it was a waste of talent. You know what I'm saying? And I like when I like Della Reese, I liked her. I didn't like Della Reese in that one in particular. You know what I'm saying? I think she was okay, or I think she overdid it a little bit. Red Fox wasn't really given much to do, but I would have liked the movie better if I saw a little bit more Red Fox. Then I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But and that was the movie that kind of did put Red Fox, kind of sort of back on the map. You know what I mean? But um, with this movie, the magic wasn't there as much. You know what I'm saying? And it was a screenplay. You know what I'm saying? And Walter Hill, which he directed the first 48 hours, which he directed a movie called Streets of Fire, which that was another favorite. And he also did Extreme Prejudice. But Walter Hill, I think the direction, I don't know. It's just with Eddie Murphy, I think because that fame, he was already famous. I think he kind of forgot. I feel like he forgot how to act, so to speak, in that movie. And in this movie. In the first one, he was a natural. And when he does the dramatic scenes, he does it well. In this one, you know, he's just it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? But I liked some parts of this movie. You know what I mean? The action was pretty, solid. Nick Nolte, he was good, he was quite good in this one. And also, Tisha Campbell is in this one. She has a little part in this one. But yeah, so basically, I don't know. They wanted to do They wanted to do a sequel, another sequel. They wanted to do 48 hours 3. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to do 72 hours, whatever you want to call it. But that didn't get made. I think because of the failure of another 48 hours, they just scrapped the idea because there was going to be a third one. But honestly, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't some movies you can't turn to a franchise. But I mean, to me this one was more like a follow up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more like a follow up than a sequel because I remember at the end of 48 Hours, um, it was Jack Cates, Nick Nolte's character, who he had to practically actually it was yeah he had to practically take Eddie Murphy back to jail and stuff like that. But in another 48 hours, Eddie Murphy finally gets out of jail. Now he has to track down these killers and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just so, I don't know, like it just didn't do it much justice. You know what I'm saying? And then also you didn't have Frank McRae. I think he was in it for a blink of an eye, I think. Don't quote me on it though. But I think he was in some deleted scenes and all that good stuff. But I would like to see more. I would like to see him back in this movie. But yeah. So pretty much those are my pickups and that was my unboxing. So with that being said, this is Mike from Mike's Movie Corner of Mance, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.